Good morning, children, and welcome to Thursday's comprehension lesson. So I am doing the Year 2 comprehension booklet, and I'm already blown away by all of your hard work at home. So thank you, and please keep it up. Don't forget to send me photographs to the Year 1 email address, and if you do, and I'm impressed, your work will be on my slideshow. So let's see who's made it to my star page today. It is Samuel and Hermione. I was blown away by your work yesterday. Thank you so much for sending in your pictures. Samuel, I love that you did my challenge and you came up with a sentence about your mum and you said, my mum's a cuddle monster because she gives me lots of big, friendly cuddles. That's a fantastic sentence, that is, Sam. So well done to you. And well done to Hermione because you listened carefully to my video and you went and read the text and underlined all of those key words and all of the pieces of the words that you thought were important to answer the questions. So good girl, keep it up and keep on working really hard at home, blowing your mums and dads' socks off, okay? So let's have a think about our activity today. So we're going to be going to page 13 in our booklets. So if you can open your booklet now, find page 13, and we're going to be looking at a piece of text which is all about a famous person. And his name is Isambard Kingdom Brunel. Bit of a long name, so Isambard Kingdom Brunel. He has got 3 names in his name, and that is the title of our page. Now, before we go and read the text, I have been doing a little bit of word searching, and I've been looking at the text, and I've decided to pull out some words that are quite difficult to read. And I thought we could do it together by reading the words that I show you on my screen, and then using your pen or your pencil, I would like you to then look for the word in the text and circle it, just like Hermione did on my picture, or underline it with your pencil or pen, okay? And then once we've gone through some of the key words together and we've read them, you will then be able to hopefully read the text a little easier because you will know what some of the big words say, okay? So make sure you've got your booklet, make sure you're on page 13 and you've got a pen or a pencil or a highlighter, and we're going to begin. So the first word that I would like you to look for is the word engineer. If you can say that with me, engineer. So it's an E, F, 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 engineer. And it's right at the beginning of our text. Okay, can you see? An engineer. And it tells us in the first sentence what an engineer is. So an engineer is someone who designs and builds things. And I think my next word is the word designs. So say that with me, designs. And that's a very tricky word to read because the letters don't all make the sounds that you think they do. So the S in this word makes a Z sound, designs. So underline the word designs. And my next word is the word builds. And again, we've got some letters that don't make the sound that we know. So it starts with a B, and then the O is silent. And we've got the I, L, S, builds, builds. So underline the word builds. An engineer is someone who designs and builds things. So we've just looked at the first sentence and you should have underlined those 3 words there. So now try and read that sentence to your grown-up. An engineer is someone who designs and builds things, okay? Next word. Now we can actually sound this word out, so let's have a go together. I, M, O, T, ant. Imp, imp, ought, ant. Important. Good. Well done if you got that correct. Important. So look now in your text for the word important. And all of these words are in order. So it's somewhere in the second sentence. And we've got a tricky word at the beginning of the sentence. One of the most important British engineers, so it's that word again, engineers, was Isambard Kingdom Brunel, who lived in the 1800s. So there we've got another fact. Well done if you're keeping up with me. Let's look for the next word. What does this word say? If you know it, say it to the screen. If not, listen carefully. This word says father. Say it with me, father. So we've got the sound at the end and we've got the f sound at the beginning, but this in the middle isn't father. That doesn't make sense, does it? This word says father, and your father is your dad. Okay, so underline the word father, and we've got the word engineer again in that sentence. So we should be able to read that word by now. Okay, so he took after his father, who was also an engineer. Brunel built lots of tunnels. What word's on my screen? Bridges. Well done if you said bridges. Okay, it's a very difficult word to read. Look for it in your text. Underline the word bridges. Okay, bridges. And railway stations. Good job if you said the word stations. We've got the split digraph there. Stay. Then we've got the t, and it makes a sh sound here. Stations. That's a very tricky word. So underline the word stations all over Britain. So Brunel built lots of tunnels, bridges and railway stations all over Britain. Let's see what the next word is on my slideshow. Oh, a very big word. Have a look at it. See if you can say what it says. Not achievements. Achievements. Well done if you got it right. Now here we've got, this is very, very tricky because we've got the I sound which we did in phonics today. But in this word, it doesn't say I. It's the split digraph. Achievements. It's a very difficult word, that is year one. So well done if you got it right, and underline it in your text so we know it's important. Okay, achievements. Okay, next word on my slideshow. Can you read this word? At the end. Now this bit in the middle is the difficult part. It says easier, easier. So we need to look in the text for the word easier, and we need to skip on a little bit. So one of his most important achievements was a railway line called the Great Western Railway that connected London and Bristol. His work made it easier for people to travel around the, what does this word say? Do you know? Country. This word says country. Now sometimes when we have a y at the end of words, it can make the E sound. So country. Underline the word country. So by now, your text should look a little bit like mine. We've underlined some of those big tricky words and we've actually read the text together. So what I would like you to do now is to read the text on page 13 by yourself. So we've just looked at it together, okay? Remember those big words that we've underlined and read it in a nice, clear, fluent voice so you become really familiar with the information. And then what I would like you to do is to have a little think. If the text is fiction, or non-fiction? And think about how you know. So think about what we learned yesterday about fiction and non-fiction, and then you decide if you think that this text on page 13 is fiction or non-fiction. And I would like you to write down what you think in your yellow book and send me a photograph, okay? And we'll see if everybody gets it correct. And on my next slide, I've got my fiction and non-fiction stars to remind you. So what does fiction mean? Fiction is made up. You need to use your imagination when you are writing it. And non-fiction is a book or a piece of text all about facts, real things. You can't make up non-fiction, okay? So bear that in mind, year one, and then go on your text, on your page 13, read it now, and you decide if it's fiction or non-fiction, okay? And then you need to read the questions very carefully. You have got 3 questions today. You've got to read the question, think about the answer. The answers are always in your text, remember? And then you need to write the answers in your comprehension book. And if you've got a big question, like on question 1 or on question 3, use your yellow lined book to help you. So remember that when we answer comprehension questions, we have to include the question in our answer, okay? So question 3 says, how did Bruno's work improve people's lives? So you would start your sentence with, Bruno's work improved people's lives because, and then look in the text, retrieve your answer, find where it tells you about improving people's lives. And improving means making it easier for people. So look for the word easier. I found it. His work made it easier for people to travel around the country. So there's your answer, okay? So use the text to help you answer the questions. Now, once you've done your activity in your work booklet today, I would like you for your challenge to watch a video. And I'm going to send you the link on Marvellous Me. If you don't receive it, send me an email and I will send it to you. Or you can write it down from the screen and search for it. And it's a video all about Isambard Kingdom Brunel. And I've given you 3 extra questions for your challenge. Your first question that you need to answer is, where was Isambard Kingdom Brunel born? So where was he born? How old was he when he died? And what did he do to make himself look taller? So you need to watch the video, listen carefully to all the different facts and all the different information, and then answer my 3 extra questions, okay? Now, you can't find out the answers to those questions in the text because I've thought of new ones from the video. So you need to watch the video to be able to answer them, okay? Remember, full sentences, please, in your yellow lined book. So enjoy your activities today, something a little bit different. Make sure you send me a video, send me a photograph if you're learning, and then you might be on my video tomorrow, okay? So take care, enjoy your learning today, and I'm going to see you tomorrow for Friday's literacy. Well done, year one. See you soon.